This is Rogue Wing, Coraline, or Helen RD over at Starship Modeler. Welcome to the workshop. Not a lot to show for what I've gotten done so far, but what I have gotten done, zoom this in a little, what I have gotten done is gotten the decals down on the flight pods, or on the flight decks I guess I should say, and I have cut out the girder detail from the Paragraphics photo etch set, and using my needle nose pliers, bent them into position. I still need to glue them down. Excuse me. I still need to glue them down, but at this point, that's the last thing I need to do before I put the tops on the flight pods and start wiring up some lights. Greetings. Not a lot of progress to report, but we do have some going. Got the flight pods glued together, although I do need to go in and do some seam fixing, notably on the back sides. I also need to do the bottom half of the supplemental pods. These aren't actually too bad, but they're noticeable. And the big ones I actually need to fix are up here along the front, because there's actually some light showing through those when I hook the LEDs in. I've begun some basic work with the electronics. What I've got here is basically the LEDs for the engines, the LEDs for the front windows. All I've really done at this point is attach the resistors to them. And over here we've got the 4 LEDs that I'll be using for the flight pods. Decided a red lighting effect inside the flight pods and looked pretty good. Testing I did, panned it out really well. I do need to go in and sand the surfaces of the LEDs so that the light diffuses through them, but that's where we're sitting at the moment. Okay, unlike the last time we did this, I've actually got some stuff to show for this time. I've added the other half to the supplemental struts using Aves epoxy sculpt. Gone in and filled the seams on the flight pods. And put to use some of those LEDs I had wired up. I've got the LEDs in place for all 4 of the main engines. At this point I just need to assemble the engines. I have also got the lighting in place on the head, and I'm clamping the piece into place now. We're getting there. And here we are. Last of the major soldering, at least the last of the external soldering is done now. I've got the wiring in for the lights that are leading into the flight pods. I apologize for the, shall we say, interesting quality of the joints, but I never claimed to be an electrician. At this point, all the components have the necessary wiring in place. So I need to go in, put the engine nozzles on, get the struts, or I should say the stock struts, and then get them into the pods so I can fill these pod openings. But some definite progress is being made.